listening. The Tom Daniel Show. Keep listening. Keep learning. The Tom Daniel Show.
You're listening to The Tom Daniel Show, and I am your host, Tom Daniel. Man, ain't nothing like a little swamp blues to start off the show, huh? I'm the one who wrote the theme song for The Tom Daniel Show, but if you pay attention, you'll hear me thank a particular band named Mary Mac for all the different versions you hear each episode. You ever wondered about that? All right, admit it. Have you ever Googled them? So today, I want to talk about the musicians who created the amazing band here on the Tom Daniel Show, Mary Mac, the world's most perfect band. Every time you hear my theme song, you're experiencing their incredible musicality and diversity. So there's got to be a good story behind it, right? For you, the listener, I've gathered all the details of this really amazing group, and I'd love to fill you in and paint a complete history. My goal on this episode is to uncover their origins, understand how they craft such diverse renditions of my familiar theme, and really get a sense of their inner workings. Yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity to really appreciate the musicianship that I love to call perfect. Although Mary Mac has been with me since the very first episode, I've known them for a lot longer than that. Where does their musical story begin? First of all, Mary Mac has strong ties to Alabama. The 9 members of the band are kind of split geographically, with about half coming from the Auburn area, which is in east central Alabama, and the other half from the Dothan area, which is South Alabama, in a place called either the Wiregrass or L.A. L.A. stands for Lower Alabama. So they're not just a random collection of musicians, and many of them have a longer history with each other than beyond Mary Mac. Does their Southern heritage influence their music? Absolutely yes. And it's not a subtle influence either. All of them grew up playing all kinds of different, diverse musical styles that you could only find in the South, and they're typical Southern experts on a wide range of styles and genres. I can ask them to play anything, and they can do it. Although they sound like a band that could be successfully touring, Mary Mac is semi-retired and only a studio band now. That's right, unfortunately, they're no longer roaming out on the road anymore, and they are exclusively the house band for the Tom Daniel Show. So you can't see them live anywhere. They're always busy with recording sessions for the show, and I rely on their creative collaboration. It's a testament to their commitment to the integrity of the music on the show, even though it's a disappointment to anyone who wants to see them live. These cats have been together for, what is it? Really? 13 years. Wow, is that right? Wow. 13 years. Well, that speaks volumes about their cohesion and dedication. 13 years is a pretty solid run in the music world, that's for sure, and it says something about their core dynamics. The members of the band come and go, and they rotate in and out frequently. Now, all of the members of the band sing at... What? Oh, right. I stand corrected. One of them doesn't sing, but everybody else does. And they're not just background singers. Most of them take turns on lead vocals, depending on the style of the show's theme for each particular episode. However, there are 2 primary lead vocalists who you'll hear most frequently. Additionally, all of them play multiple instruments as well. The main lead vocalist and basic leader of Mary Mac is a cool cat named Rip, who hails from Dothan. Now, most of the male lead vocals that you hear on the show are Rip, and he is immensely talented at adapting to so many different styles and genres. I do not know how he does it. And then there's Demelza, who handles most of the female lead vocals. And here's an interesting connection. Demelza is also from Dothan, and she happens to be Rip's sister. So, yeah, brother and sister. I guess they're like Karen and Richard Carpenter. I think their sibling connection contributes to a natural blend and intuitive understanding in their harmonies. They have a close-knit vocal synergy and a shared musical sensibility that has developed over the years of singing together. Now, interestingly enough, Rip and Demelza are not the only brother-sister combo in Merrimack, as there is another one, Cranberry and Jonesy. Cranberry and Jonesy are from Beauregard, Alabama, which is right outside of Auburn, and they're the only two original Merrimack band members still in the band. Other members move on to other things, but Cranberry and Jonesy are still holding down the fort. Now, they form the foundation of those tight background vocals that you hear. And you're probably thinking that Cranberry is an odd name, but he says it's a family name going back to the 19th century, and I've got to admit, I've got several ancestors in my own family tree with the name Greenberry, so I guess it's not that unusual. If Rip and Demelza are Karen and Richard Carpenter, then I guess that makes Cranberry and Jonesy, what, Donnie and Marie? Jonesy, don't you throw that at me. No, you put that down. Okay, so we've got the brother-sister lead vocalist and the brother-sister background harmonies. Who else is in the band? And whenever the band needs a good soul or gospel sound, that's when you hear Sebastian. Soul, blues, funk, R&B, trap, gospel, that's all Sebastian, who's from Tuskegee near Auburn. And it's starting to feel like Merrimack is an assembled team of musical specialists, doesn't it? And what about the organizational side of things? Does Merrimack have a manager? Well, yes, but he's also a member of the band, and that would be Julius. Julius is the smartest member of Merrimack, without question, and none of the other band members would get their feelings hurt if they heard me say that, because they all feel the same way too. Julius is from Dothan. He provides that grounded perspective offstage, and they all look to him for guidance in matters outside the band, like business contracts and finances and stuff like that. Every band needs a Julius, someone to handle the crucial but less glamorous aspects of band necessities. The youngest and newest member of the band is Stanley, who's also from Dothan. Wait, what? Oh, I did not know that. Okay, so Stanley's originally from Pensacola, apparently, but moved up to Dothan, and then joined the band in late 2024. It's like we've got some kind of pipeline to Dothan or something like that. Now, Stanley's the clown of the band, and he keeps everybody cracked up all the time. He's a practical joker. He keeps them on their toes because you never know what he's going to do. He definitely keeps things light and entertaining, and just like every band needs a Julius, every band also needs a Stanley. And then finally, there are the two percussionists in Merrimack, Lincoln and Tess. Lincoln is from Tuskegee, and he sings as well as play percussion. He's such a typical drummer. He never runs out of energy. He could play all day. And the other percussionist in Merrimack is Tess, who's from Auburn. Tess is the only one of the band who does not do any lead singing, but all of those incredible shuffle beats and bass drum fills that you hear so much, that's pure Tess at her best. Yeah, I was going to say that. Rip always likes to say, Tess, Tess, Tess is the best, best, best. Yes, yes, yes. I totally agree, Rip. And now let's listen to him a little bit. This is Merrimack playing a 70s funk version of the show's theme song. You're listening to The Tom Daniels Show. We'll be right back.
What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show. What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show. What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show. What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show. What are you waiting for? The Tom Daniels Show.
Welcome back to the Tom Daniels Show. And good grief, that was incredible. That was Sebastian, right? Lead vocals? Yeah. Sebastian, you knock me out every time. Mary Mac is truly the world's most perfect band. We've been talking about our band Mary Mac, 9 members in total, a real blend of talent and personalities, and all of them with strong Alabama roots. But what about the music itself? How do they manage to perform so convincingly in so many different styles? Now, this level of adaptability speaks to a deep understanding of musical traditions, and it's one of the craziest things about them. Their ability to effortlessly swerve back and forth among different genres and styles. They're not just imitating sounds, but they've individually and collectively internalized the nuances of each genre so it becomes authentic. It's informed interpretation. They really put a lot of effort and care into getting everything exactly right, and I do not know how they do it. For example, if they need a banjo for a song, then not only can someone in the band play the banjo, but it's played at a virtuoso level. It's not just the sound of a banjo, but it's banjo. It might be Stanley or Julius or even Jonesy on the banjo, but it's always guaranteed to be of a consistent quality and just, well, perfect. Each of them plays multiple instruments and what? Oh, right. Tess is exclusively percussion, but everybody else plays several instruments each. So Julius might play a mean bass line on a funk tune, but then switch to a mandolin for something bluegrass. That's so awesome. Plus, although most of the theme song versions for the show are in English, there are a few in French or Spanish, and it always sounds perfect. And again, it's the same as with the instruments. They can all sing in multiple languages. It's not like Rip sings all the English ones and Demelza sings all the Spanish ones and Cranberry sings all the French ones. No, they can all sing in multiple languages, which explains why all the different versions of the show's theme song are so fresh and full of energy. So that brings me to a new interactive opportunity on the show called Listener's Choice. I want to get our listeners involved in the musical magic. Basically, Mary Mac wants the listeners to the Tom Daniels Show to leave their requests for different Southern genres in the comments, and they will do their best to make it happen for a future episode. Now, the inspiration for this was the old Stump the Band bit from The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Do you remember that? I always loved that part. Now, first of all, your comments have to be a Southern music genre. So rock and roll is acceptable, but surf or polka music is definitely not. And you can even get a little freaky with it and merge 2 Southern genres together, and if they can figure out a way to make it happen, they'll do it. You may specify a particular instrument if you wish, as long as it's consistent with the accuracy of the genre, and they'll do it. Just whenever the inspiration strikes you, leave a comment in any episode, it doesn't matter which one, and I'll see it. Remember, it's called Listener's Choice, so see if you can stump the band. I'm going to get the ball rolling with Listener's Choice. Now, when we first came up with the idea, I asked Mary Mac if they could do something that was country hip-hop. And, of course, they practically tripped over each other to get right on it. So now, to close out the show, here's Mary Mac performing a country hip-hop version of our show's theme song. Thank you, everybody. This has been the Tom Daniels Show. Keep listening. Keep learning.
Keep listening, keep learning. The Tom Daniels Show. Keep listening, keep learning. The Tom Daniels Show. Take a break from your usual routine and tune in to the Tom Daniels Show. You'll discover the world of melodies and stories that you might not know. Keep listening, keep learning. The Tom Daniels Show. show.